Boom, what's happening, boys and girls? It's your guy, JG, publisher and Commodore at AuburnSports.com. Today is Wednesday, August 11th in the year of 2021. We had a chance today to talk to a few players, and as we like to do on here, we got to get to the business quickly. We talked to Brandon Council, the offensive lineman, about his health situation. He was out for a portion of last season due to knee and shoulder problems. Also talked to Owen Pappoe, talking a little bit about the defensive situation, and also Chandler Wooten, who opted out last year, but he's back. He was here in the spring, but he's going to be back here in the fall as well, playing a big role for this defense. We also talked to Anders Carlson. Didn't have a lot to add. I mean, he's a great kicker, obviously, and getting better all the time, but I didn't necessarily hear anything that you guys need to hear. Anyway, we're going to start off with Council, who was talking about his injury situation, and again, kind of this new mantra the offensive line has going forward, and I like it. Take a listen.
Really just a mental game coming back from that injury. You know, Dr. Andrews, great doctor. He fixed me up real well. Rehab, it was tough in the beginning, but I got through it, and I'm back probably better than ever. I got to get back in the game shape now. The knee's been fine, really. Well, Coach Harsin stands out to me. I mean, he's out there. He's a player's coach, man. He's out there with us, running around in practice with us, man, and keeping us going, keeping us hyped. And our offensive line coach, man, he's the real deal. He don't take nothing. We're always moving, running constantly, and he's on our butts for sure. He's just on our butts. So it's a lot different. We're a lot more productive, I would say. They're keeping us good on a steady pace. Our motto is to thrive and not survive. So we're not trying to survive practice. We're just pushing ourselves to the limit every day.
All right, some good stuff there from Council talking about that thrive, don't just survive stuff, and I like that. In years past, and I'm not trying to go too deep into this, but in years past you have kind of seen that let's just survive it, talking about the offensive and defensive lines. I mean, obviously those are very big human beings. The heat presumably is a little tougher on them than it is a 150-pound cornerback or slot receiver. I think everybody gets hot, and if you're out of shape, you're not ready for it, it's going to bite you in the ass. And if you are in shape, you're going to be able to thrive. Anyway, in years past, I've kind of felt that around the camp where it's like, oh, the big guys just got to push through and make it. You know, it's just day by day. And you can hear that, no, Will Friend and Harsin, Bobo are kind of have a different approach to it where they're like, hey, just getting through it is the absolute minimum. I need you guys to go out there and be technicians and get better, get past the heat, and try to push into new territory as far as your skills day to day. I like that, and it's a difference for sure. Also interesting to hear, Council said he was working at right tackle, guard, and center. I personally think you're going to see him more at right tackle. They need options out there, and he can play that position. He played it fairly well last year, actually, so I think that's where you'll be seeing him the most. Moving on to the next player, it's going to be Chandler Wooten. He is a inside or outside linebacker. I think he'll be playing a little bit more outside this year because of the way that they're staffing. If they go to the 3-4 look, I think it changes a little bit the kinds of things he can do. But he is quick, and he was a sure tackler when he was playing in 2019 before he opted out last year. Anyway, some clips here from Chandler Wooten about him just kind of getting back in the flow. Also a funny thing about Big Cat Bryant, who is a friend of his, who made an offhanded comment. Big Cat, of course, is now at UCF, and he was like, if we were in the league in the SEC, we would definitely be able to beat Auburn. And it was like, yeah, okay. And you'll see Chandler kind of blow that off. I think Big Cat's just having fun. Anyway, listen to this.
I feel like it's night and day, just as far as being comfortable, being back out there with my guys, reading the offense and making checks, communicating with the front, just getting everything situated. And so I just feel a big difference from, then till now. Friendly is definitely linebacker friendly. It allows us to play fast, make a lot of plays. And so that's probably what he means when he says linebacker friendly. Just the ability to, make quick checks and reads and, just allow our athleticism to take over, and our instincts to take over and just play ball. So it's just a lot of, quick reads, quick, stuff like that, and just allowing us to play fast and use our athleticism, able to run sideline to sideline. We got people in the room who can run, so we're just trying to take advantage of that. It was just a quick little comment, and but now we in camp, and I'm pretty sure he's over there trying to get better. We over here trying to get better, and that is what it is.
All right, there you go from my man Chandler Wooten. I like that stuff about Big Cat. Wooten is a great guy to have around. He's just very diplomatic and calm, and when he hears something about Big Cat talking some smack, like he's not somebody who's going to jump in on that. He's going to think about it very analytically, and I love that about Chandler Wooten. Great locker room guy and a very good football player. So we'll see if the year off is going to benefit him. Actually, our next quote, I guess clip, is going to be from Owen Pappoe, number 0, number 1 in your hearts, of course, was asked about Chandler Wooten, a guy that he knows well, plays with a lot, and said that he hadn't really skipped a beat. Pappoe also said some cool stuff about Harsin and kind of the way that Brian Harsin is so involved in practice. It's not to say that Gus wasn't. I mean, he was there, obviously, but Gus spent a lot more time with offense. The offense usually worked indoors, defense more so outdoors, and so it was kind of like 2 different practices that went on concurrently. Brian Harsin is a big believer on putting everything on one field. They do some breakouts where maybe they'll go to a backfield to do some pass drops, maybe some quarterback stuff will happen in the indoor, but generally not. Most of it's on the same field, and Harsin's always believed that that's how you kind of build a togetherness. Anyway, Harsin, unlike Gus, does jump around from drill to drill, and he'll get involved with defense and offense too, so he's not just one guy. He is from an offensive background, but again, as a head coach, he's very animated, and you'll see that has an effect on the players. Pappoe talks about it. Here you go.
Just going out there being a leader and being a playmaker. Had a pick a couple practices ago, made a play on the ball today, almost had him another one. Coming off the edge, blitzing, coming up the middle, just doing as much as he can for the defense to help us be successful. And man, he's gonna have a big year, man. Because for a guy who didn't play last year, you really can't even tell because it's almost like he hasn't skipped a beat. He's ready for it, man. One thing I'll say about Coach Harsin, man, he's a winner. He's not backing down from any challenge. He's not intimidated by the fact that it's the SEC and he's coming from the Mountain West, man. His approach all year, man, has been that, man, we're here to win championships, and that's the mindset that this team has, and he's really helped establish that for us. Just shows you that he cares a lot about us and wants to see us be great. He'll even step in sometimes and say something to us, or like if we working getting off blocks, like he'll come hold the pad for us, stuff like that. But it just shows us that he cares, man. It makes us want to play harder for him.
All right, some interesting stuff there from Owen Pappoe. A man of few words, but usually when he's talking, he's got something important to say. I like the way he's pretty analytical, too. I like that. The whole linebacker room is like that. I mean, Zacoby's like that. Wesley Steiner is really like that. Chandler Wooten is like that. Obviously, Owen Pappoe. You guys like hearing about him, and I'm interested to see. I'm hopefully in the next few weeks be able to talk to Cam Riley, maybe Desmond Tisdale a little bit. I think got a really good group of linebackers. I think they're going to be great this season. All right, that's going to wrap it up there. Those of you who are Anders Carlson fans, sorry, guys. I just didn't hear as much there, and I want to keep it short for you guys. Tomorrow, we got first day in pads. On Thursday, we'll have some practice footage of that. I think it's going to be our last practice footage chance for the fall. They got stuff going on. They don't want to see that video out in the world, so that's what we'll do. We'll also have some player interviews after that. Hopefully, we'll have a chance to do a show tomorrow too, one of these. So guys, if you're enjoying the content, please give me a subscribe, and I thank you guys very much for listening. Again, I am the Commodore at auburnsports.com. If you're not a subscriber, you probably need to be. There's a lot of great stuff going on over there. We have a message board called The Bunker, which is off the chain. It's always lots and lots of fun, very, very populated and very active. Anyway, guys, thank you for spending some time with me. Be good out there. Peace.